What's up, football fan? What's up, all sports fan? This your boy JB, host of the Behind the Bench Podcast Network and channel, giving a shout out to the rest of the crew: Shy, Kelvin, Jermaine, KB Film Room, Big Dog Talk Sports. That's right, that's right. And for everyone who's tuning in, we always thank you for supporting Behind the Bench and subscribing to the channel, helping to make this show the best that it can be. Now, let's get right to it, man. Last night, Monday Night Football action between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Atlanta Falcons. In Philadelphia, they had this game in hand. They had it, man. And the call that they made, it was so ill-advised, man. It was unnecessary. And it led to an unforeseen loss for a game that they should have won, based on the situation at hand. And when I see these coaches now, man, these head coaches, go for it on fourth down, man, when they shouldn't be doing it. They shouldn't be doing it, man. It's like they try to reinvent the wheel. And this all takes me back to the most infamous call, not just in the history of the NFL, but in the history of the Super Bowl itself. And everybody probably know what I'm talking about. If they followed football back then, NFL action. I'm talking about Super Bowl. I believe that was Super Bowl 49 between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks, where Seattle, after New England took the lead, Seattle marched the ball down the field. A great drive, a great mix of run and pass. And they find themselves inside the 1 yard line. You have all three timeouts. And in your backfield, you have the best running back in the game. Beast mode. You have beast mode back there, man. And not only do you not give him the ball, but you call a pass play. You call a slant. And the Patriots, I believe that was Malcolm Butler, jumped on that ball and intercepted it in the end zone, and would turn out to be the worst call in the history of the Super Bowl. All they had to do was hand the ball off to Marshawn Lynch. You got 4 attempts to do it. You have all 3 of your timeouts. You inside the 1 yard line. You're literally right there, knocking the door right at the end zone itself. Heck, you can fall into the end zone and you win the game. All you have to do is for the nose of the football to cross the goal line and you win. As a matter of fact, Seattle would have won back-to-back Super Bowl championships. And it was never really the same after that. And these head coaches, man, it starts off, from the Seattle Seahawks to, Kyle Shanahan. I believe Kyle Shanahan has literally cost his teams 3 Super Bowl championships as the offensive coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons and head coach of the San Francisco 49ers. Literally, they played Kansas City Chiefs both times. He was in control both games going into the fourth quarter. And these coaches refuse to run the football. They rather see the quarterback run it than the actual running back. And what makes it so bad, you brought Saquon Barkley from the New York Giants. Power back with speed, agility, that can break tackles. And you right there, and would add salt to the wound in this situation here. You're at home. The Atlanta Falcons used their last 2 timeouts during that drive. So they could not stop the clock anymore. All you had to do was hand the ball off to your running back. And if they stop you, you could run 40 seconds off the clock, kick the field goal. There's no way in the world that Atlanta would have enough time to drive the ball down the field to score a touchdown with no timeouts. And the Eagles had one of the better defenses in the league. And you throw the ball to Saquon Barkley, And he's not known for catching the ball out the backfield when you could have just handed the ball off to him, man. And who knows, if he gets the first down on the run, you know you got it then. You know you got it. But instead, they throw it to the backfield like on the out route, and he was unable to catch it. So you stop the clock and you give Atlanta new life and an opportunity to do exactly what they did. Is once they gained possession of the ball, Kirk Cousins drove that ball down the field, scored a touchdown, took the lead, and then Jalen Hurts had to try to, perform miracles at that point, and he was pressured up front, wind up throwing an interception to end the game. And the head coach of this team got to take the hit for this one, Nick Siriani. I'm telling these head coaches, they trying to turn water into wine. They trying to reinvent the wheel. They don't need to do it. Them head coaches back in the past. We can go down the line from, Vince Lombardi, Chuck Noll, Don Shula, Tom Landry, Joe Gibbs, Bill Walsh, Mike Ditka. Heck, you can even say Bill Belichick, Bill Parcells, Art Shell. I mean, we can go down the line. I guarantee you. Oh, Dan Reeves. Heck, Ray Rhodes. I'm just throwing names out there, man. Marty Schottenheimer. Mark Levy. I guarantee you. Did I say Jimmy Johnson? That's the one Jimmy Johnson, Jimmy Jack. I guarantee you, they going to hand the ball off to their running back. Wayne Fonts. I'm just throwing names out there. These head coaches. And I believe it's because the running back position has been devalued over the past 5-6 years or so. And the NFL has become predominantly a passing game. So it's almost like they rather see their quarterbacks run the ball. But that's what you have a running back for. That's what they specialize in. Running the rock. Running through tackles. Running off tackle. Whatever you want to call it, man. Dives. Draws. The draw play. Whatever type of running play where you can have a fullback up front to block it and create a lane for the running back. I'm telling you, man. To see a call like that was going to lead to a loss. That's exactly what happened. So instead of the Eagles going winning last night and starting the season off 2-0, now they're 500, and it's because of their coaching decisions. You can't blame the quarterback in that. That interception that Jalen Hurts threw, that was more academic. He had to try to make a play at the end. So I don't really count that interception. But for a coach to make that play, to make that call like that, man, it was no need to do it. Atlanta had no more timeouts. They could not stop the clock. You run the ball right there. If they stop you, that's an additional 40 seconds that will be ran off the clock before you attempt the field goal. You kick the field goal. It's less than a minute to go. It's probably more like about something like 50 seconds to go in the game. There's no way in the world that Atlanta would have enough time with no timeouts to march that ball down the field and score a touchdown. That's coaching. That's all it is coaching, man. And it's because, I'm telling you, he tried to reinvent the wheel. He tried to outsmart himself. And it cost his team the game. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, man. And I'm telling you, to lose a game like that, it can set you up for a loss going into the next game, next week. Now, will Philly recover and win? It remains to be seen. But I tell you, man, that's a bad loss. It was not. It had nothing to do with the offense or the defense. Coaching. That call right there, and I'm telling you, it takes me back to that Super Bowl between the Seahawks and the Patriots. when all they had to do was hand that ball off the beast mode. And if the Patriots stop you on all 4 downs inside the 1 yard line with 3 timeouts, more power to the Patriots. But I never saw one man bring down Marshawn Lynch. Never. He first ballot HOF. And that's what that call last night. I just, you just rehashed to that. And I'm not a fan of the Seattle Seahawks, but when you rob a team, man, that's been busting their tail all year to put themselves in that position to go back to back, and you make a call like that, telling you, man, you can't do that. You can't do that to your team, man. You can't do that to your team. You can't do. That's what a running back is for. But in a lot of ways, just like in basketball, how the center position that became devalued over the past decade or so, although the center position is starting to, reclaim itself, but I'm telling you, man, a lot of these NFL teams, man, they do not want to run the ball. Just quickly, just like Baltimore, it's almost like they rather see Lamar Jackson run the ball than to give that rock, especially in the fourth quarter, to Travis Henry. That's what you brought him in for. He's the running back. He can take punishment more than the quarterback. So now you're putting your quarterback in position to possibly get hurt when he don't have to. So I want to throw it out there real quick, man. That was. I kind of lost it after that last night because a coach cost his team the game, and all you had to do was hand the rock off to Saquon Barkley. And at worst, okay, you stop him from getting the first down. You kick the field goal with 50 seconds left, and that's before you kick the ball off. After you make the field goal, there's no way in the world. And at the time, the score was what, 18-15. So you kick the field goal, you're up by 6 points with 50 seconds to go. So the only way with 50 seconds to go and no timeouts for Atlanta to even have a shot at doing this and to score a touchdown. But you gave them momentum. You gave them momentum to where Philadelphia is able to set their defense up differently. Let me put it this way. When you make a call like that and you throw the rhythm of your team off, it gives the other team momentum. To say, oh man, they kind of got their energy like, oh man, we can come down now. All we got to do is score a touchdown. That's the end of the game. With a minute and 40-some seconds to go versus 50 seconds to go. So I'm telling you, man, they make this stuff harder than what they need to do, and they wind up losing the game because of a call made by the head coach, man. Now, I don't know if Jalen Hurts wanted to pass the ball right there, but as a coach, you have to say, we're going to run the rock. We're going to play the percentages. But instead, they lost. And now they're 1-1 right along with Atlanta. And who knows where this may lead to. I'm telling you, man, a lot of these teams better get back to basics, man. Build their running game back up. Shit. A top-notch quarterback still going to throw for over 30 sometimes a game. You're going to get your throws in. But I just want to throw that out there real quick. I'll tell you, man, that just threw me for a loop last night, and I got kind of upset about that. Just unbelievable that the coach would make a call like that. It was that type of upset, not just flying off the handle, nothing like that, man. But wow, man, you just thinking in your mind they're gonna run the ball, they're gonna run that clock down, kick the field goal. That's gonna be the end of it. I'm telling you, that's what them coaches would have did back then. I guarantee you, especially they're up. Every coach that I mentioned in that list, they giving that ball to their running back. Period. End of story. But I just want to drop that nugget. Until next time, this is JB for BTB Behind the Bench.